Hello guys, I am back from another video, and today we're talking about Deku was the Grim Reaper. So, in the last video, Deku, after preparing for the, UA Sports Festival, Izuku was told by Azrael that there's a demon coming to the UA Sports Festival and probably going to have some major trouble. So, after a while of training, Izuku goes there to the UA Sports Festival as Izuku did some of the, events, being the, the one-on-one battles, which one-on-one battles, it's not really finished yet because I left it at a cliffhanger, but Izuku did finish the other two, being the, the cavalry battle and the obstacle race, which Izuku finished it with fine colors. So, because of that, we're going to be starting off the video right now, or the actual, episode. So, let's talk about what happens next. Anyway, so, Izuku starts preparing for the last match, which several people were confused about, the last match between Izuku and the prince, or the cold-hearted, prince, being Todoroki. Especially with, Endeavor. Endeavor never, thought that, a guy would be interested in, Todoroki, because, after all, she's disguised as the guy, and if the, Izuku knows about, Todoroki being a guy, actually being a girl, I meant, well, it would be, disastrous. So, Endeavor was kind of worried, but he decides to just, ignore it for now and just look at the actual match. So, God, why is my voice cracking a little bit? I guess it's because of my, going to college. Anyway, so, Izuku starts getting ready for the final match between him and the, his other childhood friend, being Bakugo. So, wait for a second again. So, Izuku starts getting ready, as Izuku looks over and sees Bakugo. As Bakugo said this, "So, are you ready, nerd?" As Izuku just says this, "As usual, you always call me nerd. Can you at least stop calling me that?" As he says this, "Come on, it's an old, tradition, or whatever. Anyway, I'm obviously going to win." As Izuku just says this, as if. As Izuku brings out his blades, as Izuku just says this, "I will smite you with the power of God with my side." At my side, I meant. As everybody is excited, as it starts, Midnight, with the crack of her whip, says, "Go!" As Izuku starts charging towards Bakugo. As for Bakugo, he starts charging towards Izuku, but a portal appears. The portal seems to be almost in a dark purplish color, as several creatures appear. Some of these creatures had horns and devil-like tails, and wielded pitchforks, swords, and other things like that. Many other portals appeared, as these portals, contained, or, these portals, they contained, several demons. These demons had wings, and are obviously pretty powerful. So, when, Maria saw that, Maria says this, "So, that's the demon's plan all along. They're gonna be destroying everything." As a demon appears. This demon is definitely more powerful than the usual demons. This demon is an Archduke, which means that he's basically, the same level as, lower ranking than a lord, being the, the second to last, most powerful, group, being the actual, seven deadly sins, or the, seven princes of hell. So, this demon seems to be a man with a bird-like mask. This mask basically resembles a, wait for a second, a owl. as he's riding on a wolf while wielding a sword, as he says this: I am Andros, the great Duke of Hell. So, you must be Izuku Midoriya, the wielder, or should I say, the so-called worshipper of Azrael, the angel of death, right? As Maria comes out, as she says this: Oh no, you didn't, as she summons out Prometheus, bring out some heavenly fire, which burns, well, Andros' face, but Andros just takes the attack, as he says this: You insolent little brat. So, you must be the worshipper of, Uriel, I'm assume? As he says this, I meant she. How did you know? As he says this: Oh, I know. Thanks to my younger brother, Stolos, the great worshipper and also a great scholar. He's absolutely great with, finding out what people's weaknesses are. Especially you, Mr. Izuku, the worshipper of the angel of death Azrael, and your partner, a fallen angel. As well, basically, like, wait for a second. While the demon Andros was talking, everybody started listening, including the heroes. The heroes started getting out of there and started going towards them, being, the, demons. As another portal appears, this portal was the same portal that Shigaraki came out of. As he says this: we're here to kill All Might because we are the League of As he sees the demons, as Shigaraki says this: Alright, what the hell are you doing here? As he says this: Oh, so, you must be the League of Villains, right? As he says this: Yeah, so what? We're here first. We're supposed to be killing the heroes. You're supposed to get out of here. As he says this: You dare try to talk to an Archduke. An Archduke of Hell. In fact. How annoying, you little brat! As he slices off the head of Shigaraki, while Kodagiri and the rest of the villains see in terror. As the Archduke, Andros says this: Now, my legions, eat and feast on these mortal souls. As these demons, mostly lower ranked demons, started eating all of the humans that are, like, escaping, as Izuku and, Maria started taking them down. But there were too many as they were surrounded. So, the heroes arrived as they started helping out Izuku, but unfortunately, demons are pretty much powerful against, quirk users. The reason why is because, in this universe, quirk users are pretty much the weakest ranking of, of the entire world. Basically, you know, humans basically are pretty much weak against demons and angels. But people that are basically worshipping, like, demons and angels, they can take down a demon or be in the same level as a demon or angel, depending on their situation or what, like, angel they're, well, worshipping or demon. So, wait for a second. Sorry about that. So, Andros says this. Anyway, you pathetic lowlives. You're nothing more than wastes of human life. Humans are nothing more than weak. God only created you just because he believed that you can be his little playthings. And we're just here to give you a message. A message of our leader, our Lord and Savior, Lucifer. He said in a few days he would come to earth and bring judgment upon God's creations. And he would bring them to salvation if they join us. If you join us, we will give you whatever the hell you want. No pun intended, though. But either way, you will get whatever you want at a price. As Izuku just says this, then what price? As he says this, oh, I don't know, joining us and ripping the heroes, tearing down the so-called heroes known as the archangels and the angels, the seraphim, the ophanim, and God himself. So, do we have a deal? As Izuku just says this, do you take me for a joke? I would never join you. As he says this, very well, kill them! As the demons start charging towards Izuku, and, Ria. As for Bakugo started escaping because he doesn't want to deal with this, and, by the way, after Bakugo saw all of this complete disaster, being that demons are actually real, and also after knowing that Izuku is worshipping the Angel of Death himself, let's just say he's completely confused, but also not dealing with this. So he starts running away. Izuku just says this, Thanatos, let's tear them down. As Izuku starts wearing his usual mask, being this. Yeah, as Izuku starts bringing off his costume, being the, costume that he usually wears when he's hunting down demons, being this one. Yeah, not only his hero costume, it's actually his demon hunting costume. As Izuku says this, now, let's tear you down. God dang it. I'm really sorry for the background noise. It's because it's raining. Sorry. I'm sorry that you can hear it, but I guess you have to, deal with it. So, yeah. Wait for a second again. So, Izuku starts charging towards him, as Andros says this, You dare try to fight an Archduke of Hell? You damn insolent brat! As he slices Izuku, but it was an illusion. Izuku comes behind him and killing his wolf, which he rides on. And if you're wondering, who is Andros? What the heck is the demons that they're talking about? It's simple. I base this specific villain on a demon in the Lesser Key of Solomon, Ars, which, if you don't know, it's also the name of a fake, boss. Anyway, Andros was said to be a demon from the Lesser Key of Solomon and said to be one of the 72 demons that Solomon had at his fingertips that serve him. So, Izuku starts fighting Andros and kills his wolf, which he rides on, as he says this, You killed my pet? Oh, you done it now, brat. As he brings out his sword and says this, You disrespect Andros, the so-called you killed my pet? You insolent little brat. You dare kill an Archduke's only little pet? You shall die! As Izuku starts charging towards him, as Andros starts slashing at Izuku, Ria, she starts taking down all of these, demons. All Might watching this, seeing it unfold, saying to himself, What the heck is Izuku? How's he this powerful? As Izuku just says this, Thanatos, let's tear him down. As Thanatos says this, Right, boss. As Izuku quotes, Azrael, I meant Thanatos. Sorry about that, my voice. Izuku coats Thanatos' blade with some of his, soul flame. As Izuku just says this. Sorry about that. My voice, it kind of cracked. Anyway, so, Izuku starts saying this. For sins, you damn demon. You shall go back to hell, no matter what. As Izuku just says this, as the evening bell tolls thy name, I shall sever thy head. As Izuku starts charging towards him and just says this. Rip thy head. Sever thy head. Thy demon. As Izuku rips his head. As the demon saw it, Izuku carries the head of Andros on his on his hand, just just like holding it by the hair, as Ezekiel just says this, Azrael's bell. As the body of Andros falls to the ground, headless. As for the heroes that saw that, Endeavor saw this and said to himself, how powerful is he? And wait a minute, what is that flame? Maybe I should make him marry my daughter then. He is interested in, well, Todoroki, but if he is bi, yes. As he thinks that Izuku should marry, Todoroki. When Izuku finished it off, Izuku just says this. Hey, Maria, take down the other demons. I'm gonna be taking care of the rest of these stupid idiots over there. As she says this. Oh, well, I never seen you actually have emotions before. As Izuku just says this. Come on, Maria, let's just do it. So, after Izuku takes down the rest of the demons that were basically being slaughtered by him and also by Maria, Izuku came back to the stadium as Izuku sees the heroes in shock. As one of the heroes, being a woman with, rabbit ears and dark skin, says this. Kid, what the heck was that power? What the heck was that quirk? And what is that whole, Azrael thing and the demons or whatever? As Izuku just says this. It's none of your business. Anyway, dare tell anybody about this and I swear to God, I will sever your heads. As for All Might, he says this to Izuku. What are you? As Izuku just says this. I'm a devout worshipper of the Angel of Death, the Archangel Azrael, the Angel of Faith and Death, and I serve him as his Grim Reaper. So, after saying these words, both the, heroes and the cameramen that decide to, stay in the shadows, broadcasting this, let's just say Japan was swooped after hearing that demons are real. It's not helping that, it's also broadcasted across the world as well, which caused some, major problems after that. So, wait for a second. So, after that day, Izuku was declared the winner of the sports festival. Even though nobody saw it because most of them left. So Izuku was just given the medal and left. So, the next day comes as everybody is basically looking at Izuku. After that broadcast, everybody started looking at him. But one person stands out of all of them. A girl with green hair, but her hair also looks like vines. She looked at Izuku with the eyes of interest. So, when Izuku came back to school, everybody started asking him several questions like, what the hell was that power? And what the heck are demons are real? As Izuku just says this, do not talk to me. Besides, we're gonna be having a normal class. Nothing more, nothing less. As Izuku just says this, and if you dare question me again, I swear to God. As everybody stopped, as Izuku just tells everybody to just calm down for now. Izuku will explain it later. So, wait for a second. Aizawa arrives as he says this. Alright, everybody, we're not going to be having class today. as everybody started saying, "Wait, we're not having class?" As he says this, yeah, after that whole like broadcasting of that incident, as he looks at Izuku, as he just goes back, as he says this, after that whole incident, let's just say many people had so many questions about UA, and especially with you, Izuku, as Izuku just says this. Ugh, fine. Sorry that my voice kind of sounds a bit, scratchy and things like that. It's because my throat kind of hurts, so don't worry, it's going to be okay. I'm going to be fixing up my throat very soon. Don't worry. I'm taking care of my voice. I'm just drinking some, cough medicine a little bit. So don't worry. My voice will sound normal after like a week or so. So, that whole explanation, they started leaving. When Izuku started leaving, Izuku felt like somebody is watching him. As Izuku looks over, Izuku looks and sees the girl. The girl from Class 1B, which Izuku remembers clearly from the sports festival. Her name was Ibarra. So, this will be the end of the episode, and this will be a cliffhanger. So, I hope you liked the video, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye-bye!